Hi, my name is Nate, and this is our group's presentation of ClearSearch. First, we would like to take a moment to thank NASA, the Houston Technology Center, and Sam Houston State University for allowing us this opportunity to present our project to you. We each enjoyed this unique opportunity to work together on a current NASA patent. Our team is composed of Selena Hoover, Jason Key, and myself, Nate Traylor. ClearSearch is the name of the device we created using the patent from NASA, the detector apparatus and method. In developing ClearSearch, our motto is clearing the path to better discovery and finding the clarity to lead the way. The topics we will cover in this presentation take you through the needs we identified, conception of the device, development of our idea, and the market segments we feel are applicable to ClearSearch. At the end of our presentation, we will outline the recommendations we feel would be the best way to move ClearSearch forward in the marketplace. The detector apparatus and method patent were originally created to combat the over 110 million active landmines around the world. This unique device with enhanced detector technology increases electromagnetic frequency, allowing faint frequencies which were previously undetectable to be identified clearly. As we appreciate the history of the patent, our team's goal was to look outside the box and create a new market for the device. We identified two possible opportunities for ClearSearch. First, search and rescue. We have identified both natural disasters and man-made catastrophes as opportunities for ClearSearch, as the rescue efforts include similar situations. The device's technology can be focused to unique frequencies, including the frequency emitted by water. Our bodies, consisting of 60% water, allow ClearSearch to detect life or death beneath a pile of rubble. We also see benefits of ClearSearch in the security and surveillance industries, where the device's technology can be utilized to scan the perimeters for weapons, intruder recognition, and port transportation examination. ClearSearch enhances a signal by clearing away all the background unwanted noise caused by other frequencies. To accomplish this, a double frequency environmental scan is made by the device. The first scan is of the entire environment, and the second scan is directed to the desired frequency. The result is comparable to noise-canceling headphones that remove unwanted sounds for a listener. This ability allows faint frequencies to be identified in a group of much stronger frequencies and allow for a wider range of area to be scanned at one time. The enhanced processor in the device gives almost a 3D view of the target and an accurate estimate of the target's location. Jason's now going to tell us a little bit more about the device.
Thank you, Nate. Next, we're going to talk about some of the potential markets that we see for the ClearSearch technology. We chose the search and rescue industry. We see that the main benefit that the technology would bring it would be able to enhance the capabilities of detecting our targets by widening the range or area that the technology is able to cover, also the distance that it would be able to reach as far as tracking an individual, and that would increase the probability of success in locating the desired target. As you can see, law enforcement, firefighters, military, would probably be our key end users of this product, as they do the majority of search and rescue operations in the United States. We would need to expand the capabilities of the technology through manufacturing partnerships and potential joint ventures with complementary technology, and Selena will talk about that a little bit later. But by doing that, we see that these agencies would be able to, in natural disasters such as fires, earthquakes, tsunamis, terrorist activities, things of this nature, they would be able to use these devices to track individuals. For individuals lost in the wild, instances such as campers, hikers, skiers, climbers, these are all situations, again, if we were saying, National Park Services or forest rangers would be huge in using this technology. We have coal mining firms up there. There are many cases of collapsed mines where this technology could come in hand. Again, FEMA plays a huge role in search and rescue operations. They would be very interested in this technology. And we also just wanted to touch a little bit on, foreign governments as well. Obviously have huge search and rescue operations. Potential countries like Japan, Canada, South Korea, they would all be interested in this technology as well. Now we're going to talk about some of the potential products we see being used with our technology. The primary product would be handheld systems, because we foresee it as being able to be used at short distances for search parties and things of that nature to help to track individuals, whether they're lost or trapped, and so forth. But we also see it being able to be mounted on additional vehicles that you see listed as a way to cover more ground and take the technology to another level. Next slide, please. As for security and surveillance, another industry we thought the product would be very useful in. Pretty much the same market as far as military law enforcement and border patrol, just some different uses, and this could be, again, in the marketing scheme, as you're trying to sell to them, offering it in two different forms of use. Next slide, please. We see it as being able to be used in criminal enemy, illegal alien tracking, such as for, let's say, illegal alien, you could use the unmanned aerial vehicles to, cover the border outside of Mexico. Also for enemy tracking, again, for soldiers out on missions, this device would help them track potential enemies with weapons or vehicles that they knew weren't supposed to be there. As for port detection, border patrol scanners, we thought it was possibly attainable to try and be able to set the frequencies to certain substances to search containers or semi-trucks passing through the border. And also, finally, for military reconnaissance and force protection, again, this could be some type of alert system to let military know that a potential enemy was in a sector, because if, as the patent stated, it notices any change in the environment based off of if there's a change from the initial setting. So we found that this technology could be very useful in that aspect as well. And next, I'm going to turn it over to Selena so she can tell you about some of the manufacturing and marketing aspects that we think are possible.
Excellent. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Nate. So we've introduced ClearSearch. We've talked about the products and the industry capabilities. We've talked about the unit applications and how it can have a global impact in multiple industries. Now we'd like to talk about how we're going to bring it to life. Our suggestion here, manufacturing is key for any product. We suggest two different manufacturing partnerships. Initially, Intel Corporation which is a producer of the world's fastest and smallest microprocessors. I think you'll recognize the Pentium and the Celeron. This will incorporate into the display unit and be able to increase signal time. It will be able to give you a more clarity and process speeds. Essentially, another fabulous manufacturing partnership would be Cisco Systems. They are a global communications company whose experience level is in wireless networks and hardware. Therefore, they'll be key in helping to transform this handheld unit into different applications onto the hovercrafts, the ATVs, the Jeeps, the SUVs that we saw in the previous slides. Okay, now that we know who we're going to partner with to get it built, let's talk about how we're going to get it to the market. There's joint ventures out there that'll help to broaden our market share, access plenty of other markets that we currently couldn't get into. It'll also help to reduce our research and development exposure. And additionally, these joint ventures will allow for access to established distribution channels. Many of these companies have already been transporting goods globally for years, and we'd like to be able to partner with them to take full advantage of these synergies. Certain companies that we picked out that would be very good partners for our ClearSearch technology would be a navigation company like Thermo Fisher, who, when you're lost in the wilderness and you're utilizing ClearSearch to help find whoever is out there, whatever you're looking for, you also have a navigation ability, therefore you don't end up being looked for also. Additionally, we've got the thermal technology, which is capable of detecting heat. So while ClearSearch detects concentrations of different elements, water being a key one when you're searching for people, thermal will also allow you to find heat, and therefore together you'll be able to find people faster and more successfully. Our last suggestion for partnerships would be night vision technology, because hunting and searching for people and products generally is hindered by how far you can see. So if we pair with a night vision company called ITT Excelsis, is a global company, for example, that would be beneficial to add on to our technology to make night searches much easier. I'd like to talk about the industry analysis. The detector industry globally reported an $800 million revenue in 2012. There were quite high barriers to this market entry. There is a reliance on government spending because the key providers or the key customers for this product is definitely government entities at the global, the national, the state, and the local levels. Additionally, rapidly changing technology with a strong competition of substitute products. There are plenty of different ways of searching for people, and there will the evolution of technology will definitely continue. So we've always got to be on the cutting edge of that. There's a high market investment. None of these products come cheap, and the best partnerships will help to limit those costs. Research and development expenditure, again, is intense, but we want to make sure that we're providing, the best product in the best markets, and we're getting the highest market share. So that will be a key for the future. Additionally, these are very expensive and confidential technologies. We definitely don't want the security risk of putting this in someone else's hands who can use it for searching for wrong purposes. So there's definitely a barrier to the market entry in making sure that we have the right patent confidentialities out there. So a sales forecast, marketing of ClearSearch for 2014, assuming we get all of our partnerships in place and our joint venture manufacturing moving, we can estimate having a base cost of just the handheld model at about $1,940. The estimated sales for a 2014 market is around 24,700 units. And given that, you'll have an estimated total revenue of about $5.7 million, which is essentially a pretty good share. And at a 12% profit margin, which is globally average, you can expect to have a $720,000 total profit for the year. So therefore, that leads us into our recommendations. ClearSearch keys for success. We definitely recommend the utilizing of the advanced supply chain and manufacturer capabilities that NASA has. They're the best in the industry, and that success is definitely one to drive upon. There's also utilizing the government-controlled commodity markets for raw materials. There are subsidies put out there for reasons and grants and things that can be taken, so that we highly suggest that gets researched into. Additionally, partnering with strong global brands will increase your functionality of the unit. It increases your market growth. It increases the access to different markets globally. And our last recommendation for success for the ClearSearch product is to negotiate long-term contracts, which will secure patent confidentialities, government compliances globally. That way you've got a long-term relationship with these customers globally. And with following those 4 points, ClearSearch would be a very good product to add to your repertoire. And on behalf of all the group, I think I'd like to thank you all for taking this time.